I've got one that can see. I've got...
Sorry, I'm doing multitasking. We always think we can, but the truth is one thing is going to take more of your attention. Anyway, back here again with some messages from Spirit. And I'm actually going to break these next few lives down for you guys via Zodiac so that you guys can, so that we can kind of fine tune the messages for your specific sign. This is going to be geared towards cancers. It's going to be for any cancer placements. The messages are general, so take them as they resonate. We're going to go ahead and just pull a career and money card. I do offer personal readings. Just go ahead and check everything out. The link is in the description. And yeah, whatever else. But thank you for joining me. Let's see what Cancer needs to know. And I'm actually Cancer Sun Moon. So this is very exciting for me to see what messages come up. I'm just going to pull one of these cards actually so that we can get some clarity. And then I'm going to pull one card surrounding love and relationships. And then we'll do some clarifying with the tarot. And then I'll get you... Ooh, actually... Yeah. They're like, no, take that. Why wouldn't you take that? Especially with the whole crown vibe and everything. Cancer. Like I said, I'm a Cancer, so this is wonderful news. Overcoming obstacles, power play, wealth, owner, boss, taking charge, and making progress. And you know what? This is the exact energy that I'm feeling surrounding me anyway. So I am very happy to, sorry guys on YouTube, I wanted to drop this down to the spread. I am very happy to get this confirmation because I have been, it's interesting because during this time of needing to trust, so much, it hasn't been this influx of money per se, but it has been an influx of wealth. And that is very different than money. And so wealth is what I'm understanding is that it's what you do with the money, your lifestyle, the things that you're using it for. So this low key and not even low key resonates with me because even though, like I said, it hasn't been this rain of money, I feel like I'm overcoming these obstacles and that the wealth around me is growing. My lifestyle is changing and things like that. So I feel like, especially with chess coming out with it, that, and it says money, strategy, wise spending, long game, leader, and thinking it through. I think that is what this is about. I feel like this is about us finding a place of trust and also realizing that abundance and wealth can come in many forms and not just in money, okay? But they do want you to know that in your career or in your finances, even if it seems like some insurmountable thing, you are in the process of overcoming these obstacles, okay? And you're leveling up because the crown is boss lady or man type stuff, right? It says power play, owner, boss, taking charge and making progress. They are definitely reiterating right now for me, and what's popping in my head is angel number 123, which is all about progress. They want you to focus on how far you've come and show gratitude for every step of the way. Do not look at how far you still have to go because that definitely gives you, for some reason this really feels like it's in the way, because that really gives you a sense of failure if you still feel like you're not, you still have this fucking 5 mile jaunt to go instead of saying, man, I'm so happy about how far I've come. I'm reacting differently to things. I'm not spiraling. I'm finding myself in a place of faith and trust more. And actually, funny that I said spiral because at the bottom of the deck, it does say out of control, but you are climbing a ladder and upward trend. And the reason why I did read this card and why they inspired me to it is because things, especially for Cancers who are all about needing to know what is going on before we get involved. Everything might seem a little out of control right now, especially around your finances, because like I said, you may not feel like you're leveling up because your bank account still looks a little light. But your lifestyle they're showing you wealth instead of money, so that you can take your focus off of money and realize that it can come in many ways. And so that spiral showing up, they just want you to know that it might feel a little out of control right now, but it's all meant to put you in a place, especially us Cancers, in a place of trust. Fully trusting, and not just trust in them, which is 100% everything, but trust in you. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm really enjoying this upgrade. And most importantly, not even so much because the lifestyle is more comfortable and all that, but it's because I'm feeling more confident in myself. I am believing that I can do these things, and it's happening. And and I'm not bragging or anything like that. I want to let you guys know that if anybody who knows me knows, I've changed a lot. Okay, my whole life has changed a lot. Overcoming homelessness, heartache, extreme lack of self-confidence, extreme poverty. I am bragging about the fact that Spirit has us, Cancer, and right now we're meant to trust. And that's really it. And that's going to be the hard thing for some Cancers, because things might feel a little out of control. They're saying especially relax into it, okay? And it won't be as out of control if you just let go. Say, fine. You're going to have to faith fall into your new beginning, because it's not going to look anything like what you've experienced before. In fact, most of us, even us as a collective, most of us are way beyond a point that we've ever been. So it all feels very unknown. That's because we're mostly meant to rely on ourselves and trust that we do know. But I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these love and relationship cards to see where the vibe is for us Cancers here. And again, they're general messages, so take them as they resonate. But I say as a collective, overcoming obstacles, we all have our obstacles. We all are making some type of power play or up-leveling in some way, and especially Cancers. And I know that it's been a rough road, but I feel like they're telling you to look where it is and not where it isn't. And you'll stop feeling like incomplete. In fact, the affirmation that I have, and I have stickers of it all over my house: I am whole, I am complete, and I am the best, period. And that's true for you, and that's true for me, and that's true for anybody who wants to make that true for them. Okay, this is so perfect. Okay, so this can have to do with a partnership or within a person who might be seeking some type of romantic connection. It says, this is a chance to resolve old patterns and, oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, it says this is his chance or her chance. It's not gender specific, but these happen to be for women. This is their chance to resolve old patterns, and they want to take it. Take that as it resonates. So maybe there's a situation that, keeps going a certain way, and they're saying take a step back and allow them to make the move, because it's time for them to show you that they have changed, okay? You don't have to dig in. Again, as a Cancer, I know this implicitly. You don't have to dig in and make it all happen. That repels. And sometimes the person just kind of gets complacent in in the relationship, because they just know Cancer is going to take care of it. And that's because we love you. We want to show you how much we love you by taking care of you. But they're saying here, give them the chance to make some moves here, okay? So again, this doesn't mean just don't do anything, but maybe let them make the suggestion or let them make the gesture, and then you will see that they have changed, okay? And it does show up with under the deck. We only get to live this one life. Live it for you and not for anyone else. I love that so much because this energy is so confirmation for what I'm living as a Cancer Sun Moon. Something doesn't feel right, don't do it. Surround yourself with things and people that make you happy and get rid of anything toxic. It's inevitable, and especially Cancers, as intuitive as we are, you're going to know. You're going to know what that is, and you already do. What they're asking you to do is trust the information that you're receiving now. You're going to have to shut out other voices in order to do that, okay? And some people might think you're an asshole. Be that if you need to, because you know your intentions, and that's all that really matters. When I pick this up, we have the Seven of Swords, so that's that moving in silence is really what they're saying right now, because you are up-leveling in some way and becoming some type of a leader, because we have leader and owner boss showing up in the career sector. And I mean, a crown makes you the leader, the king or queen of your life, the god or goddess of your life. So own that, because that's what's happening for Cancers right now. But you're also receiving that strategy, okay? And this is why I say you're going to have to shut out those other voices so that you can hear your own voice, or you might find yourself in these patterns again, okay? And again, even though these are money career cards, you can apply this to your love life. You might be taking charge in some way of your love life. Maybe things haven't been working out a certain way, and you decide, no, I'm going to become the leading lady or the leading man in my life. They're asking you to up level because this energy is moving fast, and if you move with it, you're going to see the progress. 100 bahillion godzillion%. All right, let's do some more clarifying here. We had the Seven of Swords just kind of showing up at the bottom of the deck, but that was so that they let you know, move in silence. Do not. In fact, I think I saw this on a few of the readings that I watched for myself and pulled it for myself. You do not need to discuss your plans with other people, especially in a relationship here, honestly, because you're not going to go in there and be like, hey, I'm just going to start letting you do everything. It's going to be a different dynamic. If you just fall back, it'll start to ramp up. That's all they're saying, is just take a step back, see if those patterns have changed, because it will be organic and you won't have to dig in and do anything. And again, I think the last reading we got, or one of the fairly recent readings I did for us, as a collective, it said do nothing, which was surrender. But that's really big with Cancer because we're used to doing it all. And we do it happily because we love like that. But they're saying there's got to be some balance restored in some of these situations. And if you're in this relationship where somebody seems to keep having the pattern, you take a step back and let them show you that they're changing or have changed. Okay? The devil showing up out of the gate, okay? And that's why I say that the devil absolutely represents old patterns. And feeling out of control or feeling like bound to something, which we had here. But I'm not afraid of the devil energy, because all it represents is your deep-seated or subconscious fear or codependency on something. All they are saying here is hang back. Not even just in this relationship, but even if things feel out of control. Right now, we're being asked to trust and surrender, especially Cancers. It's one of the hardest things I know for me to keep remembering. And I think I even said this in my last reading. all over my house. Remember to surrender, because that's all you're being asked to do right now, especially with that devil energy showing up, and focus with the Eight of Pentacles. We are the alchemist. Cancer, we know what we're doing with energy, and we know how to move when it's time. And yeah, they're just saying really tune into that. Things may feel out of control, but you're receiving. Oh, I didn't even realize that with that Seven of Swords. You're receiving the strategy. You are receiving, because this card, this chess card, says money strategy. So just focus right now. Focus energetically. Like, for instance, you want to create a relationship. Stay in that as much as you can, instead of trying to go out and figure out how you can go and do it. Even if you're, hanging out at the pool or whatever, just be like, just be in that world of like what that feels like. And if you can be there more often than not, you're going to see it fast, especially with as fast as this energy is moving now. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this devil energy that's showing up. Yeah, and I think it's because things feel out of control, because we have the Seven of Cups showing up. They're telling me two things actually right now. That there's some form of confusion because things feel a little bit out of control. But they're also really, really highlighting, especially with the devil and the Seven of Cups, that you're almost afraid to choose because of some of the things you've chosen before and how they've turned out. It feels like you're still with the Four of Cups. Like, not really moving in a certain way because of what has happened before. So you're kind of reluctant to choose, because this guy does represent fear for sure, and that codependency. And it jumped out with the Seven of Cups. They're saying it's okay to choose. You don't have to be afraid to choose, because you can always choose again. The whole point of life is to be curious and kind of dabble in a little bit of things. And if it doesn't feel right, especially Cancers, then you can always go in a different direction the moment you decide to. And that's really the key, deciding. Okay? But they're saying you're afraid to choose almost, and that's really standing out most with the devil energy here, showing up with the Seven of Cups, and that might even be causing some type of delay or procrastination, and because it is going to require your action. You can't just sit there on the lazy river the rest of your life and not actually take action. It is going to require that, but it feels like maybe you're afraid to because of how things have turned out before. Okay? But they are saying with this Four of Cups, and this is always my gratitude card, because if you really do kind of let the light and color back into your life, you will see that it's okay to choose, and there's not anything to be afraid of. What else do you want, my lovely Cancerians, my brothers, my sisters in Cancer, to know about this stuff? And then look, you're receiving a strategy, so don't even fret over whatever these tarot cards of that showed up, because you're receiving the strategy. You're becoming the boss, the leader of something. You're being asked to, for sure, take a leading role in this, especially if it has to do with your career. What they're saying right now is some of you might be entrepreneurs, and you are going to see some type of progress here. You're going to see some type of progress, and you're going to maybe even become some type of authority in your industry, because it definitely says leader, but it does say come up with some type of a strategy. But it does say leader, and it says owner boss. So you're going to be not, they don't want you to play it small, and they don't want you to feel like you have to be the co-star of your life. Especially Cancer, this is our time to shine, for sure. The Chariot. This is us. This is us showing up, Cancer. And that's why this reading, the title of it is something like, about healing, but you're making big moves. This is why, Cancer, because you're getting this under control. It may have been a bumpy first few months because of the shadow work that you're doing and the things that are coming up as you're processing your feelings, which we got for March. And we also got shadow work in the last couple of readings I got. So you're going, but it's bringing you to this place of, yes, abundance, money, opulence, all that, but it's really bringing you to a place of self-sufficiency, because that's what this is, Cancer. This is to let you know that you have everything you need. And yes, you want people around you, love people, but you don't need them to do what you want to do. Okay, this is about Cancer trusting Cancer again, and only really putting out anything that's giving back to you now. Okay, we've given and given and given to where things have become a little out of control. But they're saying hang back, continue to just kind of heal and release yourself, because you're becoming this self-sufficient, confident, successful person, this beautiful person. And it's not about physical beauty, because when you become spiritually beautiful, you become physically beautiful, because you exude confidence and faith and truth. Okay, that's all they want you to do. Just trust that this is becoming something very beautiful, even through the rocky, like, shadow work, because it's going to come up too. It's going to come up, and it's going to be a time to push through those fears, even if you feel like, man, I'm afraid to choose because of what happened before with that Seven of Cups. Let's go ahead and do a little confirmation here. And I'm going to get you one inner child oracle card. I do offer personal readings, so please check out thetravelandtarot.com. I also offer custom meditations, and all kinds of really cool stuff. So just check it out. We got the moon. In tarot, it is associated with Pisces, but obviously the moon rules us, Cancer. And as a Cancer who is sun and moon, there's some deep emotional thing that's going on here. And this is why, again, those fears and stuff are coming up. Doesn't matter if you're focused on creating a career or a relationship. Whatever you're focused on, your true deep-seated subconscious fears are going to be coming up, but they want you to. The moon is all about revealing things that are no longer, or that are not built on a solid foundation. In the Rider-Waite deck, it actually has two towers in there, okay, that are being, it's being illuminated so that it can come down and be built on a solid foundation. This is going to require a strategy, and I would not be surprised if the Knight of Pentacles showed up somewhere in here, because this is going to be a meticulous strategy. This is why you have to stay in a place of receiving, so that you can receive the guidance to go directly to it. If you're out here, just look, the High Priestess is not out here in these streets. Okay, the High Priestess hangs back and receives the guidance and knows exactly what to do. So just know that in Cancer, High Priest or High Priestess, male or female, it doesn't matter. You are it. Period. We are it. Okay, and let's own that and understand that what must happen will happen, because this also represents those fears, and it's confirming the devil. It's letting you know that you are no longer, or you try not to be, try not to let those fears keep you. And that strategy that I said that you're receiving with that seven of swords, and with money strategy or business strategy showing up with chess. But again, it's all going to require you not to try to dig in and fix things, even in your relationship. It's going to, and the thing is that this could be a relationship, but this could also have to do with you and you, because your relationship with yourself is a very real thing. And what they're saying right here is hang back and notice those patterns, those times when you go back into what you usually do, because this also looks like a round and round, like in another deck that I'm thinking of, Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So it's like notice these patterns that keep on happening, and give yourself, like, just notice them, and it'll help you resolve it because you want to. So you can take that as as a relationship, but really start it with you, and everything else sort of falls into place. That's why I always maintain it is not about another person. It never is. You can get what you want out of another person if you can expect differently. You have to exude that. And it's kind of a trip, but it is the truth. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups because, like I said, I feel there's a little confusion. Damn, I am like flopping these cards. Yeah, I feel there's a little bit of confusion, but we do have the Lovers showing up. And so it's a decision card. It's also about, you guys are such a trip, I swear. They literally, they're like, 'cause I was going to say it could have to do with this relationship that is resolving itself as you hang back and allow it to be resolved. But what they're really saying, as the Lovers clarifies the Seven of Cups, the Lovers is a decision card. Decide. All you have to do is decide, and you'll know exactly what to do. And they're also, what's popping in my head, even though it hasn't shown up here. Okay. I was gonna say the Fool, but is that things are that's done now. Things are not going to turn out the way that they have. Let me say that again, so that I can hear it when I watch this back. You can choose, because things are not going to turn out the way that they have. The world not only represents those cycles that are done now, Cancer, you must feel the energy being much lighter. You must, even if you're not exactly where you want to be yet, you must feel differently, especially as a Cancer. We feel our way through life. But it also represents accomplishment. So they're just saying, you got this. Just decide. You don't have to be afraid, and things are going to turn out the way that you want them to, especially as you expect that, okay? And then the World and Spiral. Of course, we do have a little bit of a thing going on here with our needing to relinquish control, but that does happen. It is what it is, but they are saying, just choose. You don't have to be afraid, because it is going to turn out differently this time. All right? Especially, all the confirmation here is just saying receive the right next steps. You're overcoming any obstacles. You're actually living a wealthy life, whether your bank account reflects that or not, because it's not just about money. Wealth again, and it blew my mind when I actually understood that completely, that I am not out here chasing money. I like money, don't get me wrong, but money is the thing that helps me do the things that I like to do. So if I'm still doing that, then I am wealthy. My bank account will follow one day, but I'm already living the lifestyle. That's why I know it will. Let's clarify the Chariot, and then I'll get you guys an inner child card. But yeah, Cancer, this is such an amazing confirmation that we are in a time of healing, but leveling up and bossing up, and they're saying get ready to step into it. And the song that I'm hearing right now, and I cannot believe how many major arcana showed up in this reading, literally 5 out of 6 cards are major arcana, and you're going to see this next one. The song that I'm hearing right now, Strength, Living in the Limelight by Rush. Limelight by Rush. They're saying living in the limelight, the universal dream. They're saying get ready to shine, Bible. Okay, and I'm like, let's go. Some people are not comfortable with that. Let's go. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords. So that also represents the ending of something painful. This cycle that's complete. It has not been fun. But it also means expect things to get better. Okay, because after the Ten of Swords, things start to improve. Okay, you start to get clarity with the Page, etc., etc. But you have the strength to do this. You have the strength to do this. And like I said, I'm completely dumbfounded, astounded at how many major arcanas showed up here. We had the devil and the moon. The moon's clarifying the devil. We had the lovers in strength. And we had us, the chariot. We had us showing up, you guys. This is that big, huge transformation everybody been talking about. So get ready, because it's on and popping. For real. Okay? So lean into it, Cancer, because you're about to get some type of recognition with that limelight popping into my head. And I speak in music because I love it so much. And they speak to me through music. So, Limelight by Rush. Check it out. So I hope something resonated. Let me go ahead and pop this back up. I hope something resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. I am truly grateful that I get to do this, and I truly want to interact with you guys. So I am open to answering a question for you or pulling a card. I only ask for an energy exchange of a like, share, or a subscribe. And then if it resonates with you, or if you decide you want to go deeper or get a more extended reading, then definitely hit me up at thetravelandtarot.com, okay? Yeah. So whatever else is on the website, because I don't know. But let's go ahead and get you guys an inner child card, or us an inner child card. What does my beautiful Cancer, or the person watching this video, what does their inner child need the most right now? I don't know why that microphone seems more invasive today than it ever has. Kind of crazy. Okay, piece up my keys here. There we go. Ooh, beautiful. Your inner child wants you to not shy away from things because they're hard. It says 41, which breaks down to a 5, which is all about change or challenge, okay? That is why it is a 5, because they're saying definitely it's about the challenge. But it says you can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. And I'm surprised, like I said, I think they just wanted to really spiritually mic drop with all of the major arcana that showed up, but you're receiving that strategy. So just be willing to take it one step at a time, and it's okay. There's no rush. There's no hurry. And notice that you are already wealthy. Okay, you're already wealthy. Just because your bank account doesn't look the way you want it to in terms of numbers, that is not wealth. Okay, that contributes to the wealth, which is what you do with the money. Okay, and then the other thing that shows up is go on an adventure. Yeah, they want you, and again, right now, Cancer, because of all these changes, adventure is going to keep things more playful and more fun. Okay, it says today is the day to try something daring. And again, relinquishing control for Cancer. It's an 8 card. It's a 17 card, breaks down to an 8. It's about the infinite self, or the self. Surrendering is kind of daring for a Cancer. Relinquishing control, as far as I can tell, because it ain't that fun. But the results are miraculous. Okay. So anyways, no, I'm such a dork. Anyways, I hope something did resonate again. Thank you again for watching. Please make sure that you do subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Sometimes YouTube is on one and doesn't recommend the video as much as I'd like it to. So if I do help you guys in some way, return the love freely by engaging with the video. All right? Anyways, thanks again for watching. I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace. Yep, I'm never good at this part. Oh, there we go. You guys don't mind spending a couple of minutes with me? Bye. See you guys soon. I'm going to be doing another reading here fairly soon. All right, bye.